Hey guys, back with another hard Magnus video here. This time, it's on a Pathfinder. One of the newer classes, not a lot of representation, but actually surprisingly pretty strong. Keep in mind that this is a pretty new character. He just re-rolled off a Blade's Wizard, and so he's kind of still working on his gear. He only has around 12, under 13 mil cap. He's not fully, he's currently party EXP hyper, so he's missing a lot of damage right there. And so I was very happy and surprised by how well this run went. I have to admit that this class was not, most of my runs were not smooth like this at all. I had a hard time getting used to playing the count altogether. Like right there, I messed up his torrent skill. I hold down skill, and I really missed a big opportunity to do big burst damage. So one of the things I learned about Pathfinder is, one, just like any archer, they're very squishy. This run actually ended up being only 5 PEs, which is absolutely insane. All my other runs used 20 plus, so that's why I was really proud that I got this recorded. But also, it's not like the other archer classes where it's a hold down skill when it's very easy to attack and move. Pathfinder is honestly a little clunky, right? It has a preset between multiple 3 skills, and it just isn't smooth when you're trying to dash, when you're trying to move. The timing can be a little off, and that's very challenging. You know, with the minimal HP that this character already has, he is barely over 104 KHP with monkey magic. So definitely a orb will one-shot me later on in the fight. And on top of just being archer, extremely squishy. So the timing, like I said, if it's clunky, he's a little clunkier than other archer classes. And that can, if I get hit at one time, then it really can set me back. But that's also why I was excited to play the class and take on the opportunity, because this isn't the Mega Whale account that I'm used to playing, right? It's not an OP overpowered class. It's kind of middle tier, right? Gear wise and class wise. So it was definitely a challenge for me, a longer fight than I'm used to, even when I'm full buffed. So I had a lot of fun doing it, and I was definitely pleased with this result so far. So about just under 3 minutes in the fight, I've used 1 PE so far. I don't think I've got hit at all. And the main thing when it comes to DPS for Pathfinders is using that torrent skill that I mentioned before, finding a right time to use it, right? In Hard Magnus, it's very difficult to use a hold down skill because you're always moving, trying to dodge orbs, trying to dodge his abilities, and you have to stay inside the force field. So I found that using it right after the second spin before his clone skill, and then timing it, kind of pairing it with the iframe that they have that's on a 1 minute cooldown, works out really, really well. And so other than that, I think with this class, I was playing extra defensive, right? I would have to kind of stop attacking early to make sure that I dodged mechanics, dashed him the right way, because of the lack of HP and the lack of room for error altogether. So really for the Pathfinder, a lot of the DPS comes from their torrent skill, that hold down skill I was mentioning. So really trying to time it up right here and maximize it, get the most out of the skill. And then at the last second, use the iframe. You can see that's kind of a chunk of the HP, a chunk of the damage comes from. And other than that, it's really just about positioning. It's not a bursty class by any means. Outside of the torrent skill, it's really just about consistently getting uptime and avoiding his skills, right? And he has this little dash skill right there that takes a little bit getting used to, but once I got used to it, I kind of used it here and there sparingly, but I still wasn't extremely comfortable with it. I still would jump in and out just like any other class. And now, so about 4.5 minutes into the fight, kind of getting down to the wire. The extra fun part, it looks like a smooth run right here. I've only used 2 PEs. And then I think it all kind of falls apart real quickly, real soon. I think it's right here. Nope. put in my burst damage, and 5 minutes into the fight, doing really, really well, right? It's looking good. 15% HP left maybe, and this is what I'm talking about. Kind of make a terrible mistake right there, die, and then of course that second death right after. We've all been there, and all of a sudden a smooth run. The first 5 minutes of the fight is all of a sudden extremely scary. 2 lives left. Orbs coming down like crazy, and I'm really just kind of hoping and praying that I get through this, get damage up, and finish him off right here. So I'm about 4 PEs in, trying to stay in the force field to the last second to avoid that dot damage. And now what I like is the Pathfinder has an up jump and has that kind of side dash too, just gives me options as far as positioning and mobility. And right here, I'm going to try spam my torrent, maximize my DPS and uptime, use the iframe at the last second, and I'm going to finish him off right there before he flies up. So pretty smooth run overall. Had that 15 seconds of could have fell apart real easily, but still 6-minute fight almost, long fight, a lot of fun, and I look forward to playing it and hitting some new PRs over time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.